Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday the 8th of April. So starting off with the euro dollar, a bit of volatility kicking around at the moment, just reading the news here, and part of the reason is that the European group cannot agree on its response to the coronavirus as a whole. There's all sorts of apparently it came close to an agreement, but not there yet, to continue a Eurogroup meeting on Thursday. So, there's further talks to be happening regarding that. But for now, the euro remains a little bit on the softer side this morning. But we'll see how it rolls out here. Short term, there was this sort of this move upwards towards it, and it's hit its weekly pivot there. We come down technically now. We've seen a break of that short term. We had a higher sort of low coming here, a couple of higher lows through this, and then all of a sudden it's softened up. Lower high coming through, another lower high just kicked through, and we're sort of sitting around this point here, which is a bit pivotal. Sort of reversal bars and all sorts coming here, bearish pivot swings. To me it does look on the sort of more bearish side, but that sort of bigger move that was sort of starting to happen from the lows and picked up through Friday, I wonder whether we'll catch a more upside when the markets sort of get going properly. Now, quite simply, I'll be looking at this, watching this morning, and looking if there's any break of this sort of trend line that's running across here to be on the more bullish side of the euro. At the moment I'm sitting here waiting to see if it shows its hand a little bit more. If it starts selling off some more, maybe below that 60-50, I'll look towards the short side, but at the moment I'm just giving it the benefit of the a bit of time to see how it shapes up. Okay, the pound is the dailies on the pound. Bullish engulfing yesterday, big bullish engulfing bar sitting in there, if that's correct. I just really need you to refresh that, but looks more positive, and it again, it too started to sort of slow but sort of upward track for the week. Where it sits here on the hourly, so it's a complete mess, and it's another one of these. You draw in between the highs here. I won't draw it on here for now, but you're drawing across the highs above that monthly pivot. I've become a bit more bullish. Where it's sitting down here, it's in no man's land either way. It sort of could go either way. My preference would have been a break towards the upside, a push towards the upside to weigh the shape it was starting to come in for this week. And I was looking much more at the sort of weekly trends that we've been seeing of late. But it's been it broke above the key highs I was looking for yesterday, but only after it sort of had pulled back there. It broke above those levels, come back, gave us a bit of a retest and went through a little bit, but it's struggling against its original trend, downward trend here. But like the euro, I'm really waiting a little bit this morning to see about pushing above this monthly pivot. May well give me the green light for the long side. It may even give me something before then, nearer that level, but we'll see how it shapes up. Dollar yen, I was looking potentially at more downside. There's the weekly pivot still untouched below. He's put a bearish harami in there yesterday. Looks like it could be rolling some more to the downside. Again, you'll see with all these markets, the ranges are starting to tighten up. We're seeing a lot less volatility to what we've been seeing over the last few weeks. It's slower. This yen looks nicer in pattern in some respects here. It's been putting lower highs, lower lows, nice clean movement on this 60-minute, and it looks like, well, it could be heading off towards that 100 moving average. It looks reasonably shapy from where it is. It's put a bearish pivot swing in here. That's head may just give a heading back towards that sort of area. It's not very many pips at the moment, about 20 pips, 24 pips sitting down towards there. May obviously push on through that, eventually heading back towards its 6,500, but it's a slow old pace out there. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar, well, I expected when I was looking at this morning to be a bit more sold off, but there are discussions and comments coming out overnight regarding the possible sovereign rating being reduced. It's not really hit the Aussie too much. It's a bit of an unfairness really in this current stage, but there were rumblings on about it happening before the coronavirus outbreak. One thing is, to me, it's got more of a bullish. It's still got that sort of bullish hint. The big money has still been heading towards the Australian dollar. Personally, I'm looking at this and thinking a bit like the pound and euro there. If it can get back above its daily pivot here, there's a lot to be said about further upside on this technically. So that's what I'm looking at there. It's just let's put an RSI on there, see what's going on. A bit of divergency, sort of price action going on around here. So maybe that's still got some legs in it to the upside. Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar made a bit more of a recovery yesterday. It's probably it's certainly in this downward trend at the moment. Lower highs, lower lows coming through after a week of consolidation. It's broken down from that this week. Again, looks like it might continue in that path. This move here, this shorter term move, may be getting a bit sort of stretched, and if it carries on that way, well, it may change my mind on this. But a break of those levels, we may just see it break and pull back within it, knowing the Canadian dollar, and this is why I steer clear of it mostly. But eventually, if you're looking on the more bigger time frames, that may swing down and head towards well, not necessarily today, but towards these sort of low areas of previous lows. It's been a bit slow at times moving. What could help that? Of course, we'll have a look at the oil price. The oil, there's a meeting tomorrow, I believe, which may help oil. But we're just looking at this hourly oil. It's been slipping down again. It was picking up for a while. Been slipping back a little bit here. Excuse me. Again, it may be of a level to have a small position long on this. If you a very small position long on this, and see if there's any cheer in the market over the next few days with the meetings going on. So that's oil. Side of oil, then we've got just looking through here. I want to look at the S&Ps. I'm going to just look at a 4-hour picture here of the S&P, just show you what's been happening there this week, and it's predominantly been quite bullish. Bit of a retracement through yesterday there a little bit, but it still looks like there may be further upside here, which is the highest we've seen it for a while. Some of the equity markets have come in a bit flatter in Asia, so we'll see how things pitch up, but to me it still looks like there's potential for this, a bit more continuation to the upside there on the S&Ps for now, at least. Okay, that's pretty much it. News wise today, we've got the Eurogroup meetings happening, as I've already mentioned. We've got the FOMC meeting minutes coming out potentially today. It says tentative on here, so maybe we'll get them, maybe we won't. So if they do come out, they'll be later this evening, and I don't expect any great movement from them. Okay, have a great day. Bye for now.